Hello guys, this is our front door, and originally this door was painted white, and it's almost like, I don't know, to be frank, how many years it was painted. The plan is to paint this entire door with different color, since over here the trims, the door, the storm door, everything is white. So plan is to replace the side trims, because these side trims are gone bad. Over here you'll see they really look ugly, and over at the top also some of the peeling is happening from the this trim. So basically replace all these trims and paint this door with the wood color, even the storm door also. Rest of the things I'm going to keep as it is. So the first thing first in this entire project is removing the hardware. So I'm going to remove the hardware, all the decorative material whichever is placed on the on the door. Then remove anything which is coming out, which is not in good shape. And in addition to this, it is a good practice to replace these airtight streams. I will show you exactly how to remove them, but and then remove this metallic plate at the bottom also. So basically remove everything whatever it is on the door, so that the work area is clean and accessible. Then I'm going to sand it using the light sandpaper, because it's not that bad, the current paint. It just like going to smoothen out the entire surface. And once that is done, we are going to start painting. But first I'm going to remove everything whatever is on this particular door, and then sand it. Recently I've installed the Nest thermostat. So basically the Nest thermostat wires are also coming out from this particular stream. So I have to remove this Nest thermostat, remove this trim, and replace this trim with plastic wood trim. So that my plan is to just keep this trim as a white color, but rest of the door wood color. So let's begin. See, I started removing old hardware from the door. And in addition to this, I am going to remove this trim also. One side of the trim already I've removed almost, and this is very pretty easy to remove. Basically just use the crowbar and just pull this off, and it will come out. So this one I'm going to remove, this one I'm going to remove, and this is basically the bar which is at the top, and a water drip bar. This can be removed by removing these 3 screws at the top, and after removing this one, it is like this. And as you see, the entire wood underneath that water trim bar is rotten. So since we are going to paint this anyway, the best idea is to change this entire trim. Now the next part is going to be, I'm going to remove this Nest thermostat, remove this storm door. Basically storm door has these screws. As soon as I remove those screws, it will come out, except the frame will remain as it is. And then the next step is going to be sanding, followed by painting. All around on the door there is a seal which keeps this door airtight. So removing this door seal is very easy. Just if you pull this off, it will come out. So it is the best practice to remove this and replace with the new door trim. So here, this is pretty tight. Let me see if I can remove this one. Yes, I was able to remove this one. So basically we are removing each and every part of the door, um, and going to sand it very nicely and then paint it. So I remove the trim all around the door, and I removed the storm door, I removed the entire door, and now the next step is washing the entire door with water before sanding it out and start painting. So my plan is to first wash this entire trim, remove all the dust from the frame, and then once it is done, then I'm going to sand it lightly before start painting. Same thing I've done with the door also. I've already washed the door and removed all the seals around the door. Let me show you that in a bit. So here is the door which I already washed with the water, and there is a door sill at the bottom. That one also I've removed, if you see over here. And I'm going to replace this door sill with the new door sill, because it's a good idea to replace with the new one rather than using the existing one, because this one is kind of a it's gone bad and it was there for from long time. So now next step is, as soon as this door dries, I'm going to sand it, and then I'm going to place this door on the horizontal surface before start painting. One important thing in this type of project is preparation. So whatever the glass is there, I've covered that glass with the painter's tape, so that when I'm going to paint it, it is not going to spill on the grass, or I'm not going to accidentally paint the glass. So all over the place the painter's tape is placed nicely. So over here the trim of internal trim is going to be the white color, so I've just covered that one with the painter's tape. So this is one side, and then the other side outside also I've done the same thing. And in addition to this, I'm using this Black & Decker sanding machine. This is pretty handy, and you can just sand it without any problem. It's and once this sanding is done, I'm going to again wash this entire door using water, and then let it dry, and then it's going to be ready for the painting. And same thing has to be done for the actual door, which I've already washed, but yet so far not yet sanded. So I'll show you once I've sanded the entire door over there. So I've already sanded the entire door, and now I just started few minutes back painting the door using the color which I want to do it. The original color was blue, and then after that we opted for the white color, and now it is kind of a plum color. So that's why you see our blue color shades, white color shades, and the plum color shades. Basically this is the first first coat of the entire paint, and once it is done, I'm going to do the same thing for the using the same color second coat. So basically for first coat I'm just doing, just covering things and matching up with the matching up with the grains, and once it is done, it is going to get covered for the entire surface using the second coat. So the final coat of the front side of the door that I am not yet painted, and I'm going to do this after installing this door on the door frame. The only reason is because I just want to make sure that the final coat is not damaged during the installation. Now before we place this door on the frame, earlier we removed this door sill from the bottom, the old one, and now this one is the new one. So basically first I'm going to install this door sill. It is pretty straightforward. It has projections over here. These are kind of metallic, hard metal, and over here on the underneath of the door there are grooves over here, and basically these projections goes inside. So just match up this door seal with that, and using the hammer or some material just hit it hard and it will get placed. Once placed, you can just put couple of staples over here and on the other side, and this is now the door is ready for installation. And once that is done, I'm going to install the door knobs, handles, and the bottom plate over here, and will be done. So let me install this, place this door on the frame, and I'll show you how exactly it looks, and then now we'll do the final coat. And this is how the entire door looks after the second coat. Intentionally I've not painted the blue color strip at the bottom, because anyway it is going to get covered using the gold color plate. And now next step is basically installing the hardware and placing the door in the frame. As you see, I've already painted the entire frame of the door in white color, except the door. Door is removed right now, and I'm going to paint it outside. But otherwise, right now I'm painting the frame of the door and the storm door in white color. This is oil-based white color. You have to just make sure that when you are painting it, the stroke should be pretty straight, so that it matches with the flow of the grains of the wood or the metal. So like this. And this is just the first coat, and once I'm done with the first coat, I'll go for the second coat with thinner oil-based paint rather than the thick oil-based paint. Let me show you how it looks from the outside. So outside the trims are installed. The first coat of the frame with the pulp color, kind of reddish color, is done. And now I'm going to paint this entire storm door white and then go for the final touch of the frame. And as you see that all the side trims are also installed. These are plastic wood side trims, so no need to paint them. They originally comes in the white color. The only thing is wherever I nailed them, like over here there is a small hole is there. All these holes where I've nailed them, I'm going to fill them up with the white cloth. But otherwise it is kind of a done deal. So let me complete coloring of this storm door, and then I'll show you the how exactly the frame looks everywhere. And the storm door is painted, everything is done. Now I'm just painting the storm door frame, that is this part. And once this is dry, then I'm going to place this in the storm door. After that, the last part remaining is basically the final touch on this entire color. Now I'm going to do the final coat of this paint, that is the one which we selected for the door. And to avoid the brush marks which are showing up on the paint, I'm going to mix this oil based paint with Foletrol. Foletrol is basically is kind of a thinner, and this helps eliminate brush and rolling marks on the painted surface. So I'm going to just pour this Foletrol in the oil based paint which we used earlier, and this you have to do it only for the final touch. So little bit of Foletrol, and then just mix this one. And remember, once you add this thinner to the paint, the drying time increases drastically for this painted surface, but which is okay, because your aim is to avoid any kind of brush marks over the painted surface, and this you should be doing only for the final coat of the paint. So I've used this one, mix this nicely, and I'm going to go and start putting the final coat on the door using the same regular brush which we have used earlier. No change in that one. So let me show you this. The brush into the oil based enamel paint, and in which we have already added the thinner, and this is going to be the final coat. Just light, and this is going to, once this dries out, this is going to eliminate all the brush mark on the surface. So I'm going to finish this entire surface, and I will show you the final product once it dries out. And here is all. I'm done with the door painting. All the bottom sill has been installed, the hardware is installed, and the entire door looks pretty nice. This is from inside. Earlier I was planning to paint it the same color inside or two, but decided not to do that, and this looks pretty good. It came very nicely. And let me show you the same door from outside, how it looks. So this is the storm door. Let me close the door and show you. And finally, this is how it looks from outside. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.